Hi friends, welcome back to Parnika tutorials. In the last few videos, I have discussed how to create the database, how to create the table inside the database, and then how can we insert the values into the table, and then we have discussed how to display the rows and columns from the table, and then how can we update the values in the table. All these concepts I have discussed with respect to the MySQL and also with respect to the Python. I hope you have watched those videos. If you did not watch those videos or if you don't know those concepts, I request you to go back and watch those videos and come back to this video. In this video, I will discuss about alter statement, delete statement and drop statement. So I sincerely request everyone to watch the complete video for better understanding. First, let me discuss about the alter statement. The alter statement is useful for you to change the structure of a table. What is the meaning of changing the structure of a table? You can add a new column to the existing table. Let's consider that we have the student table. In the student table, I have only three attributes like roll number, name and branch. Let's consider that I want to add a new column to this existing table called student. If I does not have the alter statement, what is the other choice I have? If I want to add a new column, if I does not have the alter statement, then I need to delete the existing table called student, and then I need to create a new table called student with roll number, name, branch and marks. But we have the alter statement after creating the table, after inserting the values into the table. Still, if you want to add a new column to the existing table, that is possible using the alter statement. So alter statement is useful for you to add the new column, and even we can add the constraints. Suppose let's take that we want to add a primary key to the roll number, and remember one thing, whenever we want to add a constraints to the existing table with some values, whenever you are adding some constraint to a particular attribute, whatever the values are there, they should satisfy the constraint rule. Suppose let's take that we have a roll number, there we have the roll number 1, roll number 2, roll number 3, roll number 4. Now for this roll number, if I want to add the primary key constraint, that is possible. What is the meaning of primary key? The column should have the unique values and should not have the null values. Now the roll number having the unique values, they does not have the duplicate values and it does not have the null values. So I can say that for the roll number I can add the primary key. Similarly for the name, if I want to add a not null constraint, that is possible if the table having the values, and for the name there is no not null value inside the table. So if you want to add the constraints, that is also possible using the alter statement. Similarly, we can delete the existing columns from the table. So using the alter statement, we can add a new column, we can add a constraint. Similarly, we can drop a constraint, and similarly we can drop the column or delete the column from the existing table. So in this video, I will discuss about how to add a new column, how to drop the existing column from the specified table. All these things we will discuss, and then I will discuss about the delete statement and the drop statement. Now let me discuss the syntax for adding the new column to the existing table using the alter statement. The generalized syntax is you need to write the alter, and then you need to provide the table, and then you need to provide the table name. For which existing table name you want to add a new column, that you need to specify, and then you need to provide the add, and then what is the column name you want to add, that you need to specify here, and the corresponding data type also you need to specify. So this is the generalized syntax of using the alter statement in MySQL. Suppose let's take that I want to add a new column called marks for the student table. Then I can write alter table name is student, add the column name is marks, and the data type is int. And remember one important point, if you want to have some default values, that is also possible. So you can specify some default and then you need to specify the value. Then what will happen is that, let's consider that in the student table you have already 3 attributes and 4 columns are there. Whenever you are adding the new column, if it does not specify the default value, then all the rows for that specified column called marks will have the null value. Instead of that one, if you want to have some value, that is possible with the help of default value. Now let me discuss this concept using the Python. If I want to go for the Python, first I need to create the database. Now let me follow the steps which are required to connect the database using Python. First step is I need to import the MySQL connector Python module. So I need to write import MySQL dot connector, and then I need to create the connection. So how can I create the connection? So I need to write some object is equal to MySQL dot connector is the class. In that one I need to use a method called connect. In that method I need to provide the 4 arguments. One is the host name, and then you need to provide the username, password, and the database. So I will provide the host name as localhost, and then user is equal to root, and then pswd you need to provide the password which you have used while installing the MySQL, and in which database you want to have a table. In the table, if you want to use the alter statement, you need to specify the database name. I have a database called Parnika. In that database I have the table called student. For that student table I want to add a new column, so I need to specify the database is equal to database name, and then I need to create a cursor object. We can create the cursor object using the cursor method. The cursor method is useful for you to execute the SQL statements in Python. So how can we create a cursor object? We can write some cursor object is equal to con, which is the MySQL connector class object, and then I need to use the cursor method, and then I need to execute the query. If I want to execute the query, I need to use the cursor object. In the cursor object we have the execute method. The execute method is used to compile the SQL statement. Whatever the SQL statement you want to execute, that one you need to provide inside this execute method. Now I want to alter the structure of the table and I want to add the column called marks. So I will write alter table name is student, and then I want to specify add column name and the data type, and I want to provide the default value as, let's take that 75 marks for all the students, and then I need to use the commit method. So how can we use the commit method? We need to use the con.commit method. And this method is useful for you to save the changes whatever you are doing on the database, and then I need to close the connection. So this is the Python program which is useful for you to connect to the MySQL database and then execute the MySQL command or statement called alter table. Now let me run this program. What happened? We got an error. You have an error in SQL. Check the manual that corresponding to your right for the syntax of using. Oh, we no need to use the equal. We need to simply specify default and then value. You no need to specify the equal operator there. Now let me run it. The program has successfully executed. If you want to verify, you need to open the MySQL command line client and then provide your password, and then you need to verify what are the existing databases. You can see Parnika database, then you can use the database called Parnika. In that one, if you want to verify what are the tables are there, you can write a statement called show tables, and then you can look at the data which is there in the table called student. So I will write DESC because I want to look at the description, not the content in the table. So DESC table name, which is student. Now you can see we have a new attribute called marks whose data type is int. Will it allows the null values? Yes. You can even verify the default value. For the roll number, name, branch, the default value is null, whereas for the marks the default value is 75. If you want to verify the content which is there in the table called student, you can write select star from student. For the marks attribute, you can see we have the values called 75, 75, 75, 75. For all the students, the marks you have assigned is 75. If you want to update the marks for any student, you can use the update statement. Now let me discuss how can we drop a column from the existing table. If you want to drop a table from the existing table, you can use the alter statement. So how to use the alter statement to drop a table, we will discuss now. The generalized syntax of dropping a column from the existing table is you need to specify alter table name. As you want to drop, you have to specify drop, and what you want to drop, you want to drop a column, and then you need to specify the column name. So this is the generalized syntax of dropping a column from the existing table. Now let me discuss how can we drop a column called marks from the student table. You need to specify alter table name is student, and then you need to specify drop, and then you want to drop a column, right? So you need to specify column, and the column name is marks. Then from the student table we are dropping a column called marks. Now let me verify this one in Python. So I will write alter table name is student, and then I need to specify drop, and then you need to specify column, and then you need to specify the column name. Now let me save this one and run this program. If I execute it, from the student table, the marks column will be dropped. If you want to verify, you can look the data which is there in the table called student. Select star from student. Now you can see only we have three attributes called roll number, name, and branch. If you want to verify the description of the table, you can simply write DESC student, which is the table name. You can verify. Now also we have three attributes called roll number, name, branch. So like this we can use the alter statement to add a column or to drop a column from the existing table. Now let me discuss how can we use the delete statement to delete the few tuples or all the tuples from the existing table, because the insert statement is used to add the rows to the given table. If you want to delete the rows or delete the tuples from the table, you can use the delete statement. So the generalized syntax of using the delete statement is you need to provide delete from table name, and then you can specify where and a condition. Now what are the tuples or rows which have satisfied the condition? Those tuples will be deleted from the table name. If you simply specify delete from table name, then all the tuples will be deleted. So there is a difference between these two statements. One is that you have provided a where clause and a condition. So the tuples which have satisfied this condition, those tuples only will be deleted from the table. If you want to delete all the tuples, then you don't need to specify the where clause and a condition. Then all the tuples will be deleted. So if you want to delete the rows where the student is studying in CSC branch, then you can write delete from table name is student, and then I will use the where clause, and then I will write branch is equal to CSC. Then the students who are studying in CSC department will be deleted from the table called student. Now we will do this task in Python. So I will write here delete from student where branch is equal to CSC. Now all the students who are studying in the branch called CSC from the student table will be deleted. Now let me run the program and then let me go to the MySQL and execute the statement called select star from table name is student. Now you can see only two students information is there. They are studying in mechanical department. Earlier four students information is there, that is Jagadeesh, Siri, Nikhil and Sai. Jagadeesh and Nikhil were studying in CSC branch. Now we have written a query to delete the rows or the students information who are studying in CSC branch. So their information have been removed. If it does not specify the condition, then if you simply write delete from table name, then all the rows will be deleted. If you want to verify, let me run this program and go to the MySQL and then simply write select star from table name is student. Now you can see empty set, meaning is that there are no rows or no tuples. So if you simply write delete from table name, all the rows from the specified table name will be deleted. If you provide delete from table name where clause and a condition, the tuples which have satisfied the condition only will be deleted. Let's consider that you want to drop the entire table. Dropping the entire table means what? You want to drop all the rows, columns, information, everything you want to drop. The delete statement is just to delete the rows. If you want to delete the entire table itself, then we can use the drop statement. So the drop statement is useful for you to drop the table. So the generalized syntax of using the drop statement is you need to specify drop table name. So you want to drop a table. Suppose let's take that I want to drop the table called student. Then I have to write drop table name is student. Then what it will happen? It will delete all the information from the table and the table also will be removed. Whereas the delete statement is useful for you to delete the information from the table. If you want to delete the information and also the table, then you can use the drop statement. Now we will practically verify this one. Already there is no information in the student table. Simply I will write drop table name is student. Then even the table name called student will be deleted from the database called Parnika. Let me run this program and go to the MySQL and simply if I write select star from table name is student, then you can see an error. Table Parnika.student does not exist, meaning is that in the Parnika database student table is not there. If you want to verify the description of the table called student, then you can write DESC table name called student. Then you are getting an error, table Parnika.student does not exist, meaning is that in the Parnika database student table is not available. If you want to simply look at the tables which are existing in the Parnika database, then you can write show tables. Then what are the tables are available, it will be displayed. If you observe, we are getting an empty set. Why? In the Parnika database only one table is there called student. That table also we have removed, so there are no tables in the Parnika database. So this is the way we can drop a table, delete the rows from the table, we can change the structure of the table. I hope you have understood the alter statement, delete statement and drop statement. If you still have any doubts related to this concept, feel free to ask me in the comment section. I will try to clear your doubts as early as possible. Thank you for watching the complete video. Have a nice day.